Honestly, I would say there's a lot of different types of library cafe in Malaysia, especially macam local semua tu kan. But to me, I haven't seen like a fully on library where in terms of macam apa yang owner tu dah baca, they put it at the cafe. You know what I mean? It's like
wonder.
so this whole thing is a replica for my own bedroom. So how you see how it's decorated is literally my bedroom as well.
So we're living in your imagination.
Yeah, we are.
Hello and welcome to another episode of What Now? Jom ada apa?
Wow.
Patutnya speak intro dengan aku lah.
Oh, terlupa tu.
Nak curi semua, tak apalah.
Tak apa.
Okay.
Tapi Haziq, kita dekat mana hari ni?
Kita dekat Gombak.
Kat Gombak? Kat mana kat Gombak ni?
Kita dekat Orchid ke Orchid?
Orchid kan?
Orchid's Library. Yeah.
Orchid Library, So today we're not at our studio. So we felt like, we want to change the environment a bit.
Yeah.
Kan macam bosan. And so hari ni kita pergi mengopi sikit.
Alright.
Ada kopi ni?
tapi.
Oh, kopi tak ada.
Kopi ni tak kita minum.
Tak apa, nanti kita belilah. Okay. So before we start podcast, let's give a little intro about what Orchid Library is. So What Orchid Library is a podcast where we share prominent young Malaysians, right? And we also try to talk about a lot of topics that is surrounding the youth lah. Whether it be from politics, business, I guess books, something that we can all feel proud of, right? I guess we resonate a lot with nation building. Yeah. So it's a Manglish podcast, so korang boleh cakap bahasa Inggeris atau semuanya tak apa.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Syukur ya Allah.
It's going to be Manglish.
It's a Manglish podcast, yeah, it's a Manglish podcast. Okay, dah dengar suara guest kita ni. Okay, why not you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Dayana. I'm the Orchid Library, but in terms of the correct way, is like Orchid's Library lah kan? Betul tak?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, my name is Nasir. I'm the legal father of Orchid's Library.
Is that considered as a fun?
I don't think so. That's more of a joke lah. But it's okay. But actually, this is a fun fact about us. So like, I've reached Dayana before, but she just last year to do a book mini series. Cuma tak jadi sebab kekangan masa dengan semua.
Yeah, we talk about that. We went really far. It was a lot of conversations of you macam, hi.
Yeah. But now today, finally lah, we got to do an episode with you.
At the right time.
At the right time, the right place. And where everybody is all here together, right? Actually, we didn't expect to have your dad on, so it was definitely.
I had to. We were actually practicing on what to say because you already.
No, I did not practice. You just gave me the message as opposed to the questions and so on.
Basically, he was forced to come.
Yeah.
So,
Don't libatkan me.
No, it's funny because she sent like the text at like 1 a.m. in the morning. Like, can I add my dad?
That was 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Okay, that's
yeah, because it was before bed, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring my dad. But last minute, it's okay. No, that happened though. Then the next day, he was like, I'm going to the podcast. Yeah.
So he knew about the podcast quite early juga lah.
He asked so many times like who you guys were, like why is it about, So I explained, and he didn't really understood. And then I explained again. He's like, okay, what are they going to talk about? Then the day when you send me all the segment, and that's when he's like, okay, so you're going to say like this, you're going to, and I'm like, you know what? How about you just come,
Sebenarnya dia excited jugalah.
But not really. I mean,
don't humble brag. Okay, just say yes.
sabar. Is it? No, it's just like a view from as a father. It's just like I just want her to be herself. That's all. Because you cannot try to
sort of
imitate,
like
trying to be cari orang lain, kan?
Yeah. I sort of like a people pleaser as well. So much I want to be much the best person. That's when he triggered me. He's like, "Why are you being fake?" I was like, "Okay, that hurts, Yeah. So he was trying to help me out on that lah.
Right.
This one is like my, those anjing yang macam guide people.
Why anjing?
Sorry. No. I mean like the
Okay.
comfort animal. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so sebelum kita get into the questions, so let's just I want to know about you guys better lah. So you are a cafe owner
Cafe owner,
and also an SPM holder as well.
SPM holder as well.
And you are from an RMC, right?
I was in RMC, yes.
You're an
That's
RMC.
pretty cool. I actually had plans to go there at some point masa form 3.
In the
Yeah.
connection.
Tapi tak dapat nak pergi lah because
Because you're too tall.
No, I had an injury with my leg.
Oh, okay.
So macam tak dapat nak pergi.
Mana
Medical dah kena. Maksudnya medical kena tenang apa?
No, Because of your sports.
I didn't apply pun because memang it was actually macam I had a surgery on my foot pun, so macam it took quite some time to recover from. So
I was the last batch for yang dapat last batch yang contracted to military. I was also the last batch tingkatan 1 from 1 1982. After that it was form 4. Yeah, form 4, form 5, form 6. Yeah.
He had to suffer a lot
Yeah.
at that time. So many stories.
So many stories. So many stories.
Okay, maybe we can reveal some later.
Later. Then the dad
yeah.
joke will come out.
looking forward to it.
We'll see what type of dad jokes.
Okay.
Maybe I can bring my dad jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a dad battle.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I'm not a dad though. Okay, but all right. So let's start with the first question. Okay. So I just want to know, like, I know Dayana, you read books, but do you read books as well?
I started reading quite late. I started reading when I was 37, 38. I was inspired by situation of one of the events that I traveled to Bangkok, where there's more like 20,000 people all over Asia was gathered, and we were in the train with a business philosopher by the name of Jim Rohn. Then I don't know, just balik daripada tu, June 2006, I started reading like crazy.
But mostly to self-help.
Yeah,
and
mostly
personal
self-help because I
development,
know as a person yang lepas SPM, I was in the military all the while. Part of the reason why I masuk military, and during that time kita orang dari military RMC means scholarship was changed to loan. So 3/4 of my batch memang masuk military, masuk askar. And I joined the Navy. I thought macam nak shortage, tak nak belajar lah, because I dapat masa tu apa ni dekat UiTM Shah Alam nak ambil town planning.
Tak planning.
Top planning again.
But I macam tak nak, because kami semua sekolah tentera, semua jantan. And then masuk Navy tu kononnya nak skip belajar. And when I masuk Navy, I didn't know that the first 3 years nak masuk Navy, we had to speak English normally at all.
Wow.
Every word keluar Melayu 50 sen kena fine.
Macam tu eh?
Tempat kata.
Why is that? Yeah.
International.
Because everything is international language. 9 subject semua English. Admiralty Manual of Navigation Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 semua English.
I see.
Tak ada nak spot question nak keluar, tak ada. So it has to be like macam tu. So when I left the armed forces, I went for interview. They really thought that I've got this English degree lah, apa benda belajar. I kata, no, I'm just SPM. How the hell you belajar dapat your English is so fluent? I said, we were banned to speak Malay for the first 3 years. So after 13 years, somehow you become better. So alhamdulillah. But when I went, my first interview when I left the armed forces was Bloomingdale Advertising. That's how I was recruited. Gaji was obviously higher during that time. So being an account manager, I learned to actually service a lot of clients like DRBcom and so on.
Hello, Dayana.
Then pula kalau in terms of reading, right? In terms of reading,
It was not me.
Yeah, it was not you. It was actually, like I said before to you, during the BTS, right? I was basically forced to read newspapers since I was like 4 to 5 years old. 4 years old or 5 years old too. Your newspaper. My grandfather, our one, Tan Sri Sheikh Makno, he passed away due to cancer now, but he was the one who every time that I kena baca buku semua tu, he's like, okay, baca newspaper, then you have to tell me what happened in the newspaper. And I'm like, how can a 4-year-old and 5-year-old read a newspaper, you know? So I'm like, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, the comic. Oh, comic ni perlu orang ni. Lepas tu, that's all I can expect.
Faham.
But then as time grew, I stopped reading for quite a bit. And then when I was 13, I got into high school, I fell in love with reading all over again. It was the time where I was starting to pick a book. And I'm like, oh, I think it was kind of like my grandfather who sparked inside of me yang suka membaca tu lah.
But dia punya English pick up banyak because she likes, dia dengan brother dia, kami memang me and my wife memang expose dia movies. Zaman dia pregnant, kami memang gila movie, midnight apa benda tengah malam memang.
So the one that triggered myself macam dari segi percakapan tu from movies, yes, it's visually and also hearing as well kan. But for reading, it's my grandfather. Yang tu memang his part lah, that part.
You know what? That's such a grandfather thing, you know.
Yeah.
Dan nak bagi surat khabar.
Dia tak pernah turun dekat anak dia, turun dekat cucu lah.
The National Geographic punya
Yeah.
magazine, stuff like that. That's like the only thing that I like. And my first dream was to become a zookeeper.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's far off from being a cat owner.
Cafe owner. To share a bit my experience, sebab my dad and my grandfather, they kind of like told me to read newspapers every time. One is to have a better command of the language, and also just get a better understanding of the world. I always tried to like run away from it,
Yeah.
I tried, but he always find me, and then he would get it even worse. He'll try to.
I managed to run away.
Yeah.
So they caught her, yeah.
Gave me the dictionary, kamus tu. and then
Kamus
he
dia
will-
bahasa tebal English Oxford tu.
He bought me like three types of the dictionaries, and then he tells me to highlight everything yang you tak faham, and he'll explain. He's very well educated to the point yang macam everything yang pelik-pelik tu dia tahu.
Yeah. My late father used to be a writer untuk Asian Defence Journal and also his number one Panglima Tentera Darat.
So that's when you know that the
Yeah,
pressure of being that sort of role model in the family is like actually quite there lah.
Faham.
Ada yang dia punya benefits dia.
But I guess like looking at based on your personalities, you have like the same personality, don't you think? Itu macam extroverted sikit.
Yeah, actually.
Really?
ENFJ.
ENFJ.
I googled.
Oh, was that like last minute?
ENFJ? Okay, you tell me the joke later. Okay, later.
Okay.
Lambat pick up sikit dah 50 minit.
Tapi tak apa. But this is just a question for Dayana, because I know you were into business.
Yeah.
Okay, but tapi Dayana, like sebelum you habis SPM tu, were you always like into business? Were you like you know the business mindset?
I was not into business, tapi I was exposed into the business based environment. Because daripada kecil lagi, example lah, before they did this kind of business before, my mom, she was a tuition teacher. She had her own tuition center full of like 100 kids ada. Every day I pun was forced to be in that as well. I'm like, hey, I'm the daughter of a tuition teacher. And then my dad pula tu, he had 2 family businesses. Yang in terms of macam fashion design, so like no matter what, I couldn't run away from it. I was exposed into the business at a very young age. So at that time, I didn't really understand. And as I grew older, around like when I was 16, that's when I started to be like, okay, you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll try to fully learn and everything lah. So yeah.
Right.
Short term is I'm not into business. Yeah, I was exposed.
Like right now, are you into business?
Yeah, now I am. Our girl ain't gotta have her income too. So
Girl boss vibes, right?
yeah. I don't know why I'm staring at the microphone. Sorry. Here.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that's quite interesting people kan Haziq? Betul. Seorang daripada RMC, seorang betul anak dia adalah pemilik cafe kan, right? And it's interesting how macam apa ni the first 3 years in RMC can belajar bahasa Inggeris. I didn't know that. No, it was first years of the Navy. Oh, to the first years of the Navy. Oh, okay, Navy. Yeah. And then you orang dapat belajar apa? Knowing that Dayana was exposed to a lot of business at a very young age. Betul. I think it's very interesting how we go into the second segment lah. Okay, where we talk about Orchid Library itself. Oh, yeah. Sekarang kita dah tahu dah worldview mereka.
That's a deep.
the more deeper conversation. Alright. Okay, then we'll move on to the second segment of the podcast. So thank you for listening to the first segment. And let's move on to the second.
Let's go.
So we're back for the second segment. Okay, so the first segment tadi dah kenal lah siapa Dayana dengan bapak dia.
Bapak dia.
Bapak dia. Melayu sungguh. Takkanlah daddy ke? Ayah dia.
Ayah.
The formal way, okay.
Ayah.
Nendo
Bapak.
sikit ayah dia.
We're so
Paman
lucky.
uncle dulu kalau cakap bapak ni, bapak kau. Okay, tak apa. Fine.
Macam mana kami dah selalu lepak dengan orang ya. Dah terbiasa. Actually,
Sesuai dengan program ni.
Betul.
you're the first parent that we're actually interviewing.
Really?
Yeah, that is true.
I feel so bad. Yeah, suddenly kan.
Bukan kan, we should be honored, you know.
Thank you for rescuing her.
Yeah. Okay, tapi so the second segment ni kita nak cerita tentang Orchid Library lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the place that we are at now.
Yeah, where we are now. Tapi apa ni, I might not be leading this time.
Okay.
Right, go first, bro.
Okay, so now that we're here, yeah, we've been here before like once, can't
Yeah.
see you, and we've had a couple of drinks and we look at the books. I'm really interested, you know, like all the books here are really nice.
Yeah, you were fully on jumping on the ladder and then just like,
Yeah, I'm a very curious person. So like when I see these books, I'm like, okay, what is this about? What is this about? And I try to find something that caters to what I'm like.
yeah, you're also interested in reading as well.
I am, yeah. Fiction and both non-fiction juga lah. I think he likes to read too lah. I think he's more of a fiction guy.
I saw the book that you recommended me.
Oh yeah, Sang Kancil.
Yeah.
Actually, I just met the author. Yeah.
Way.
Yeah.
When?
It was the last weekend on Saturday.
Was he nice? He actually.
He
Yeah.
was a very nice person. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you guys are into politics, then you'll probably like his thoughts lah. But the book itself isn't really political lah. The book itself is really just talking about underrated, the underdogs, right? How the ordinary Malaysians they fight the odds.
Mashallah.
Yeah. So it was very, very interesting.
Very deep into the political world.
Yeah. But it's not really political if you read the book. Like, only like 1 or 2.
I still have the photos that you sent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw one in Kini-Kuni, the one yang the fantasy one bernama apa tau yang the gambar awesome gila yang the fantasy one.
Beyond this, beyond this.
Beyond this, yeah. I saw it in Kini-Kuni.
Lebih
Kind of expensive.
Oh, mahal ya. Okay. I think I got that one ke UX ke time tu. I think I got that one, yeah. I stayed at DS for a while. When I was younger, yeah.
Wow.
That's why I got my English, I guess. Okay, but enough about books. I mean,
Okay,
we
that
are
was
at
it.
the Orchid Library to read about books. But like, we want to know your story juga lah. Macam, you know, this is a book cafe, and I actually find it nice to study here. Actually, so macam, what started this? You know, like you graduated SPM, and like now you're here. Let's hear a bit of your story.
What started this whole journey in opening the cafe? Honestly, it was a dream of mine since I was a kid. But the triggering part was actually during MCO. Like I said before, during the first segment, I was clueless about who I am. And you know, macam lepas SPM and being a student, you know, we all have that phase, right? You don't know what to do with your life. You're confused. Your identity is gone, yada yada. So at that time, my mom, she actually told me like one thing. Because parents kan, dia orang tahu macam apa yang kita tengah melalui kan. So they were like, my mom like, she was telling me macam, okay, find one skill yang boleh manfaatkan untuk orang lain juga. Not just you, but also for others. I did not know what she meant by that. I was like, what does that mean? But I tried to follow it through. And I didn't even realize that I was doing it masa when I found the TikTok punya platform. Where I started to share about my love for reading. It was just basically from my own hobby and passion. So I was like, oh, this book is so nice. This book is so cool. And I didn't even realize that it would impact for other people to actually enjoy it. So I think that started the whole journey when people dah macam mula apa? Sorry. I need tadi apa? Can I continue ke? Yeah. Sorry. Apa tadi continue tadi? I forgot.
It was like a triggered thing.
Yeah, a trigger moment for me because I
Now I know my function.
Ah.
I remind her bila dia blank.
No, because tadi you were like this. Okay. Anyway, it was a trigger moment. Didn't realize that it was going to impact to a lot of people in terms of reading, yada yada. And then when the platform started to grow, that's when my dad and my mom came in because I was also doing another business as well. Like I said, yeah, corporate business.
Okay.
Yeah, helping people to maintain a healthy lifestyle. That's when I was also writing down my goals. I nak buka cafe the next year. It was just like a very, very much a random revolution punya ni. I was like, okay, I was writing down, I was bored kan. And then didn't realize that sort of thing macam kind of like Allah macam dah aturkan to my parents. Like we were all sitting in the living room together, which rarely ever happens. And they were like, Kak, you already have the platform. You're reading books as well. You dah jumpa that one skill yang manfaatkan untuk orang lain juga. How about we, you know, try to open this cafe together? And I was like, I cried. I was like, how did you know that I want to open a cafe? And then like, tak adalah macam it would be a great idea to balance with our macam helping more people, interacting more people, yada yada. Lepas tu you're able to also make the people yang from your fans juga kiranya you're reading.
Actually, you want to ask your dad. Do you remember this? You remember her crying that night yang dia?
She didn't cry in front of me. She cried depan mak dia.
My mom, yeah.
Depan mak dia.
I
So
see.
it was like something macam it happened so not really so fast because she started doing her TikTok tu content dia datang 3-4 pagi. So I normally dengar dia gelak seorang mengilai dalam bilik. Aku cakap apa jadah anak aku buat ni dalam kan. And because ini as a father bila anak mengilai pukul 3-4 pagi and she was like laughing and I didn't understand that time kata dia tengah edit, tengah brushing up her skills. And to me as a father dengan auntie siap duduk kat telinga apa benda aku nak gelak-gelak seorang-seorang kan. So,
And
dia tak faham.
as like you guys kind of doing the podcast and all these kind of things, it was like a
Something
learning
new.
progress
Yeah.
for me. I was like trying to figure out the angles. I was trying to letak sini, and then cut semua tu. It was just macam that kind of thing like it
Hours,
went,
hours.
hours. It
Yeah,
took
I
me,
didn't
like,
understand that
around-
time. But I just benarkan je anak aku tak tidur malam. Lepas subuh baru dia tidur. And then dia bangun 1:30 hari macam tu lah. That's why the cafe is open at 3 PM. Because I ended up buka cafe kan, aku kena buka cafe untuk dia. So that's how it started. And then I think after 11 months kot, one video went viral. That's how spark dia punya
It's
TikTok.
part, yeah. And for a 19-year-old girl at that time lah, 19 kan, 2020 punya.
Super young.
Yeah, 19-year-old girl getting that sort of macam viral tu, it was kind of overwhelming for me. I was like, what do I do? And my dad would like kata, don't be emotional, calm your ass down, okay? And kata macam, it's okay, let them, the viral go in, just focus on the positive. Obviously there were haters lah, macam say macam I am annoying, yada-yada semua tu kan, but
Cakap orang putih, Melayu tak kerti cakap Melayu, macam tu lah lebih kurang. So
Actually got that.
Yeah, we got that.
Ada this one, yeah.
dalam my family, if I balik Perlis, kalau I orang Perlis kan balik kampung, bila tersasut cakap orang putih, because I used to be a debater in RMC. Bila pergi dia, tak sedap diri, pungkok hitam. I was like, ayah pungkok I putih. How can you kata, like that lah. So
and
that
then
is how
what's the worst, I pun kena juga, bila balik bini pun balik, dia like, cakap apa? Ni cuba cakap orang ni. I was like, what? Tu. Why cannot I be me, you know? So I was going through that sort of macam benda negative tu. Obviously it got to me at first lah. Tapi slowly from there tu, I was like, you know what? It's fine, whatever. Like people tu sekerat je tapi focus on the positive. So from there, I would say that's how the cafe tu was like, okay, you know what? We'll make it work. And it was a last minute thing. Itu pun macam trial and error banyak lah. Nak buat resipi lagi.
to get recipe, it took us like nearly 8 months to get the recipe done because it was launched on 23rd of June 2022.
Yeah.
We are still new. So very new, and the publicity was going viral because of the TikTok. Pergi masuk Wanita Hari Ini pasal buku.
Yeah. I did not even.
We didn't even ask them. They orang yang panggil.
They came by and they're like, we want you to be in this city because I feel like it. And I was like, wait, why are you serious? I'm just this girl from my bedroom doing nothing. Lepak-lepak tu kan. Lepas tiba-tiba dapat panggil ke Malaysia Hari Ini, Wanita Hari Ini semua tu kan. And I was like, wow, I tak sangka macam Allah dah aturkan segala benda pada ni kan. Yang relating with tu macam business, lepas tu raising with these kind of parents. And then of course the whole reading with my grandfather. And I'm like, it's crazy tau when you reflect balik. So, yeah.
Wow. From one first step to another.
Yeah, one step to another for sure. And I'm still learning, yeah.
Maybe it's not just this. Maybe in the future ada brands lain.
We want to open like at least 100 benches.
I mean, you have like
Wow.
she had a fan from Singapore in Jakarta.
Wow.
And Sydney, Australia, who came here, and ada one uncle tu kata, saya bawa anak saya because your daughter sparked my daughter to read in Singapore. I was like, what? I didn't understand. Tapi dia tanya, Encik Nasir tak nak buka ke franchise ni dekat Singapore? I said, I look forward for you to open a franchise kat sana. Of course, okay. That's how kita pun fikir, ada potential, babe. Because we only thought of this saja kan.
Tapi tu lah, we're not rushing because we're still like, you know, new.
But compared to like, ke Malaysia kan ada banyak good cafe juga kan. Yeah. So like what sets you guys different?
Ooh, let me answer this.
Oh, okay, this is ready.
Honestly, I would say there's a lot of different types of library cafe in Malaysia, especially macam local semua tu kan. But to me, I haven't seen like a fully on library where in terms of macam apa yang owner tu dah baca, they put it at the cafe. You know what I mean? It's a
wonder.
so this whole thing is a replica for my own bedroom. So how you see how it's decorated is literally my bedroom as well.
So we're living in your imagination.
Yeah, we are. The whole painting, the
menus, recipe semua nama buku-buku punya.
Yeah, all named
faham.
basically my husband's. So yeah, and it's
Luckily dia tak letak nama, ada satu smoothies tu nak letak nama Nasir.
which is my dad's
Don't
name.
put my name there.
In the book, he is actually an assassin. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I was about to tulis macam Darkling Nasir, but then my dad was like, that's my name, and I'm like, but you know what? Never mind. We'll just choose another one. But yeah, it's just a replica from my own bedroom, and it's like mine. A sharing between the people out there and also mine. Yeah.
You know what? This really reminds me of something. Too loud?
Yeah.
Too loud? Yeah.
Kita pergi jap.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so this reminds me of a conversation I had with the CEO. His name is Daniel Rahman. We've actually been to him quite a lot.
In every podcast.
No. He's a good friend and also mentor.
Okay.
Macam brother. Yeah, brother juga lah. So he was just giving me an advice how to make your podcast boom lah. So one of the things that he told me that just share your worldview, right? Meaning just share what you know, what you like, and then people will somehow get attracted. And looking by your business, it's true though. It has impacted a lot of a lot of readers, a lot of people come to your business. So worldview do sell. But
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Why? How? Okay, enough.
I think it's more of like a personal thing. Like if a person likes it,
Yeah.
and then someone else sees it, you like it, they try it out for themselves and they're like, oh, I like it too. You know, like friend groups, they share common interests, right? So I think it's similar to that juga lah, this concept of, you know, this being your kind of safe space kan.
During MCO, when I was making all this content, like, I think people were also searching about themselves because it was a new thing. We were not exposed to like the online classes or the online work from home, all those kind of things, right? So over there, people were searching for their own hobby as well. So I think they're reading, like a few others are me, Afi, and a few others are book talk creators in Malaysia. We sparked them to be like, oh, you know what? I can try this again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that sort of thing. And I met so many people yang datang kat macam tu, and I'm like, oh my gosh, stop, don't make me cry. But yeah.
But I want to know what you apa ni Cik Nasir or uncle.
Okay, ni nak cakap bapak tu.
That's fine. When your daughter decided to do a business, and like, what was your first reaction? Like, were you excited? Were you like,
We were scared.
Were you?
No. I was not really, I cannot say I was prepared, but Uncle sendiri rasa success tu, it has to be opportunity dengan preparation. So we were prepared for them, both of them to come in, but it's just we didn't know how. Jadi we still believe that susunan tu Allah yang aturkan. But when she decided to actually come in dengan kata ada background tu dan rasa macam lawak sikit kan. Okay, ada sound effect kat belakang. Okay, don't worry.
Don't worry.
It was not planned.
It was not planned. Okay.
Okay, anyway.
It smells nice.
Yeah, it does.
It smells nice. It smells coffee. Okay. So was I prepared? No. I dengan auntie was not really prepared, but we were just like welcoming dia nak masuk. We were ready to train. Cuma it took some time.
Yeah.
It took some time because you cannot expect a person yang daripada SPM, no education background, because I was exposed to that process.
And that's like the one thing that my mom was saying as well, Sham, you need more exposure into this business. You need to follow us whatever that we do.
Yeah.
So that's how I learned everything from them. And I'm still learning in progress as well. Like, I'm not even
No,
there
I
yet.
mean,
Yeah.
there's no perfection. But
This actually what I know, like you know, like most traditional families in Malaysia, kata lepas SPM kan dia pergi terus buat terus belajar semua tu kan.
that was how I was raised.
Yeah.
But when along the way, I saw, because I dengan auntie banyak travel worldwide. So bila kami banyak travel, kami nampak the formal education ni dah tak relevant lagi dah in the current market at the moment. Even Singapore pun dia dah buang dia punya SPM, apa O level, apa level tak tahulah. It's just like when you go for exam, kena kira manually. You boleh tekan button daripada sini je. Google dah bagi tahu semua. Why do you have still nak ikut cara uncle? No, I'm not saying that tak payah pergi belajar, but there's a certain limitation yang kita kena tengok. Orang pergi belajar tapi ada explorekan dia lagi lebih daripada apa yang ada sekarang.
Like Khairul Amri, like he has his own. I really admire him for how he really went into his studies. Engineer kan itu? Engineer, and then he actually used dia punya macam sort of skill yang in terms of macam editing semua tu and use that as a part of his business. Tapi dia tu lah, dia ada backup dia sebagai certificate. Betul lah.
Cuma bezanya uncle banyak expose myself because of my education level lepas berhenti askar tu. I memang bayar for courses yang involve in personal development.
Yeah.
Jack Canfield, Anthony Robbins, pergi Millionaire Mindset Intensive dekat KL. Rich Dad, yeah, I was exposed to all those things.
I was forced.
Yeah, I gave all those books, tapi dia tak nampak sampai dia start masuk involve, baru dia start to baca. Baru dia relate why this, why, baru dia tu, oh betul apa. I mean, you cannot force by situation because maturity datang through time.
Yes.
So I was forced when I was 38. I forced by situation. Sama juga macam opportunity datang dengan podcast and all these things macam social media.
Yeah.
Bila MCO, ada orang jatuh. My friends bankrupt business because of conventional business, but our business grew 47% during MCO. Because why? We were involved in social media since 2017.
2017, yeah.
So bila 2020 tu dia platform dah ada.
Platform dah ada. That's how it also started with you guys during MCO. I think it was you. You were like, let's do podcast, you know?
Yeah.
But you didn't know that it was going to affect you to this time in terms of macam opportunity.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, they're so proud. We love that.
I mean, it's funny because like it was his idea, and then we kind of like, yeah, no,
I wanted to scrap it, and then he was like, no, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, cuma.
yeah.
And he stopped for a bit, and then you had to.
It's just common understanding and mutual goal. Simple as that.
Wow,
Yeah, it's funny. The first goal was
People will see you crazy, right? People will say, tak boleh, tak mungkin. There will be negative things, but the same thing. SPM, lepas tentera, I was involved with conventional business, and then suddenly I'm involved with social media. 47 years old, belajar social media. Dia kata, pa, you jari gemuk because you're old.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's how she started.
It was a
But I
choice.
was willing to learn because it's not my time, but I need to be in their time. You guys punya time. Ya, sama. Yeah.
And look at the opportunity now in terms of podcast.
Yeah.
Dah buat.
betul.
Now crazy, Ari.
Crazy social media.
We have another podcast named Plak Keluar Terus.
No. Ooh la la.
We were talking with
Another guest.
another guest, and we started getting to politics sikit lah. And then macam kita teringat apa, keluar sekejap, you mention keluar sekejap.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about how our podcast dah jadi masuk politik, and then our cameraman cakap, oh macam dah tak main apa, keluar sekejap lah, dia keluar terus.
Oh, you were.
Tapi tak apa. I mean, don't worry, we're not gonna too political yet.
We're not going there.
That one
yet.
PM to P.
Yeah.
PM to
PM
P.
to P.
PM to P.
That's why I said keluar terus.
Yeah.
Dia tak boleh kat sini, dia kena keluar. Okay lah, so macam kita dah sikit lah macam the storyline kan. So like
Yeah.
for now, up until this point, what's like your most memorable moment start with this cafe?
My most memorable moment at the cafe is definitely when it was first open. Because like I said, it was very trial and error sort of moment. Like even the drinks yang masih time work cafe tu, we were like macam, ada yang tak sedap, ada yang macam ice macam ni semua tu kan. It was very rushing lah. Tapi you know, we were going with the flow. Tapi the environment at that time, I didn't realize or even macam fully like macam understand tu lepas benda tu dah settle kan. There were so many people there from other countries. Ada yang masih daripada local semua datang, and all of them were just genuinely wanted to be macam a part of the journey. Like, oh, this is the books that Dayana read from home. This is the one that she said about the books is being so fun, being so neat, and I'm like, and I met so many people from that. So at that time tu memang it was full house, literally full house. And memang
The first 3 days launch was crazy.
it was crazy, and I think
Uncle
that was
really get
memorable
cramp
for me.
because I feel like a waiter lah pergi hantar macam
And
kena
you know
mamak.
how like socializing can be very draining kan? So even though you were having so many
entertaining.
so many fun times,
Yeah.
balik tu I'm like, oh,
Flat. Flat.
dead. Yeah. But it was very memorable. It was so much fun. Walaupun time tu kena juga maki my mom like, Dana sabar, okay? Tengah buat air ni. Tengah buat air ni. And we're like trying to, pleasing other people as well. And meet so many people as well was just amazing. I love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I can totally relate to it. When people start to enjoy your stuff,
Yeah.
kan people, you tend to have that appreciation and that you're appreciated for what you're doing.
And some of them even became one of my friends tau.
Oh, really?
A few of my friends daripada yang cafe yang jumpa daripada Dayana tu kan. Daripada IG tu dia like, hi, it's me. And we became friends until now. Wow. So it's sort of macam ada yang macam sebagai strangers to friends, and some of them macam maybe jumpa sekejap, but they still have that sort of impact where it was special to me and to that person as well. So it was effective both of us, yeah. It was amazing, mashallah.
Damn. From, graduating from SPM and then not knowing what to do, buat TikTok kat dalam bilik, lepas tu sampai ke sini buat cafe, and then you even make connections with people. I think that's very valuable, man. Betul?
Yeah, this cafe is definitely a treasure for you lah.
It is a treasure indeed.
It feels. Have you guys watched The Last Airbender?
Oh yeah,
The Last Airbender.
No, not the live version,
the card.
the cartoon.
But the cartoon, I baru start. Wow. I know, I'm sorry. I've triggered a lot of people as well. They're like, what are you doing?
It's that one, right?
Fire.
Here. No, sorry.
Sorry, start with water.
And the boy flying, ada arrow kat kepala dia tu kan?
Betul. Dia kan Nickelodeon itu.
Okay lah, tapi is it spoiler? I don't think so.
Just tell me, it's okay.
It's not too much of a spoiler.
Okay. I finished the whole thing. Right? You watched the live action kan? And this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
really
I
off
did.
topic, but like, okay, this is really off topic, but like, I've seen the cartoon. Both of us have seen the
Yeah.
cartoon, so macam we know what our standards are because that live action is from the cartoon kan. So like, I was thinking like, from the perspective of someone that hasn't seen the cartoon, how is it the story tu yang up until the book one lah yang
I would say it was okay. I mean, in terms of who's the character? The one yang sister kepada Zuko tu?
Oh, Katara.
Katara, yeah.
God.
Katara tu apa tu lah lain. Oh gosh.
Azula.
Azula, yeah. Because I did see the cartoons when I was a kid lah, and I remember the girl. She had a very jawlines with and very scary looking. So I had high expectations for her.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I think.
The only thing was I kind of like got a bit bothered, I guess. But in terms of the plot, it was okay. CGI was weak to me.
Okay, faham. Have you seen it? You haven't seen it, right?
I've seen some of the scenes and I was like, it's so uninspired. Sorry.
Why? Kenapa?
Tak pasal dia macam kartun tu macam like expectations are here tau.
They changed a few, right?
Yeah, a lot.
I'm not.
But like you can't really say much because it's a cartoon. You can draw whatever you want. You can draw the facial expression apa pelik tapi tak ada dalam.
Tapi I don't think just because of that though. I think because of the storyline as well, and the scenes itself.
Oh God.
Yeah. So macam the animation itself, like it has those moments where you feel it has related to the story. So macam think the live action and think the scene, I'm like, no, it's it. Maybe because
You guys really love the show, so kind of like you had high expectations.
yeah, but it's what I see, like this cafe reminds me of Uncle Irish tea shop.
Oh
Yeah.
Wait, that's so true. Wait,
Yeah. So
Very good spoiling the story.
not really spoiling the story. It's part
Harold's tea shop. It's no ending.
It's not the ending. It's the last. It's not the last. It's
I
Okay,
have
I
no
obviously
idea.
didn't get it.
Yeah,
For like 10 minutes, I'm blank and blur.
but I appreciate the fact that they compare.
I love their excitement.
Yeah.
Okay, nanti you tengok.
then
Then you cakap. Nanti you get one.
Nanti kita tunjuk nanti.
Yeah,
Sikit.
but like what I'm saying is like Uncle Irish tea shop is basically like this cafe. It's where he meets people, he connects with people with a cup of tea.
I know what she agree.
Yeah.
Because from the beginning you see like tea kan.
Yeah.
So last day dapat tea shop.
No, I'm curious to see it.
Yeah.
The spoiler, he's triggered by that, you know.
It's like, no, because it's like the last ending and it's the last scene that it happens there. and
Okay,
it's
then
so
better
good
not.
lah.
Yeah.
Better not.
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it.
Even one scene when I'm thinking about nangis. Okay,
I can see the one who's emotional here is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's it for our second segment. We've talked a bit about your journey, in the cafe. We'll be moving on to our third segment.
Which we talk about her personal reflection and publicity lah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a deep one.
Yeah.
A bit scared about that one.
Yep. All right. We'll see you in the third segment. Hello.
Sekali lagi. Apa dia? Hello and welcome. So what now? That's our beginning lah. Hello, welcome to our third segment.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. We're still getting used to this segment things. But anyways. Okay. So just a recap. Segment 1, worldview. Segment 2, about Orchid Library. Okay. So sekarang ni segment 3 adalah cerita tentang personal reflection dan juga publicity lah. Okay. So the reason why we add this segment here is because I think it's quite interesting to delve into what it feels like to be famous at a young age. Yeah. This segment was inspired because I was watching David Beckham, his documentary lah. Yeah. So he was a Manchester United legend. I think Uncle Nasir knows. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and he was a very famous player at a very young age. So during the 1998 World Cup, he did a mistake and everybody booed him so badly. Yeah, and and everybody in England hated him. Yeah, like for 2 years straight. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken lah. So like knowing you're quite famous. I'm pretty sure you also had a lot of like criticisms and also some drama in behind the scenes and that, right? So we just want to know like your reflections on it and like how do you overcome it? So betul lah. Okay. Being famous at a young age. Yeah, being famous at a young age.
Honestly, I'm gonna be that person and say I don't consider myself as a famous person, because like I said, I'm just this person that I was making contents demi macam trying to find myself in a way, and I didn't realize that Allah tu kan untuk macam impact other people as well kan. So when people started to follow me on my platform, when I was starting to get known, I guess I would say bukan like everywhere lah kan, tak cakap everywhere, tapi in Kinokuniya bookstore, whenever I go there, and I thought that I was going to be just like macam okay, having my own time, a few people coming and say, can I have a photo with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But because why not, right? Because you help these people to impact them in terms of reading.
Yeah.
So I love feeling that sort of gratitude in terms of macam, oh, I was able to do that. But being famous, I don't think that's me. Kalau there's Saya cakap macam in terms of macam daripada segi famous tu, like
It was not in your diary at all, I think.
it was not in my diary at all. It was just something where I
Because she's just yang keperasan lah bila kita lah pergi IKEA Cochrane dekat Ceras tu. It was like I would be the one yang kata, bukan dia orang bisik-bisik okay, library. So I was like, you nak ambil gambar dengan uncle ke? And then they were like, bukan uncle, itu. Oh, aku tak famous lah yang ni. So
I
I was
didn't
like,
even notice because I was like doing my own thing kan. So my dad was like,
military kan telinga macam anjing.
ah.
I was like, I can smell these people talking about my daughter. I was like, and then ambil gambar uncle aku juga tak famous. Kata my wife kata, pa kita ni on tour tak famous langsung bagi dia. So we ended up holding the bag IKEA dia yang
And we took photos and I love that because I was able to talk to them as well. So it was just kind of nice.
never trust her bila pergi Kinokuniya sekarang.
Yeah.
It will end up like few hours. Nak turun escalator tu sangkut kat situ, sangkut kat sini. Kita orang kat bawah. Woi, kat mana ni? Ya kan? Kita parents dia kat on the way dalam highway kat Sunway. Memang sampai bawah. From top floor tu sampai ke bawah tu lama gila.
Because at that time, masa turun the escalator tu, there were just so many people literally like, macam, no, and it was a weekend. So I didn't expect that people would say, okay, library ke? So every time turun, ambil gambar, ambil gambar. And I'm like, serious lah yang tu. So then my dad was complaining, but I'm like, I met a lot of people. Okay. The drive. But apa lagi?
But you have become like somewhat a famous, not famous like macam, but in the community itself lah.
Community, yes.
Yeah.
That one I would say.
Yeah.
It's being a part macam the reader, of course. And I would say Malaysians kan, Malaysia, in terms of reading community, it was hidden tau before. But now, if you look at it now, even through the events of popular book festival tak kisah semua tu, everybody was going there. So it's growing more than ever. And I think
But she has fans orang tua juga. I was surprised.
I was surprised
Dia macam
too,
muda-muda je kan. Tengok ada juga tua-tua macam aku ni nak yang you trigger ni more like, I was like, okay, ada juga tua.
Yeah.
Okay.
the self-reflection too is just gratitude, I would say. But I still want people to know that macam if I could be here in terms of macam giving more impact to people, then you could be the same too. Because I was just a girl in my bedroom doing my own thing, and you guys also with the podcast guys like doing your own thing as well, right? And now look at us.
So well, she has more influence than us.
I wouldn't say that. Okay.
Tapi apa ni, but in some way the publicity you get helps you connect with people. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
We heard that one of your friends now used to be just a stranger that likes you.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about this whole I guess I would say the TikTok platform too, is how when I meet them and I get to know them, the chemistry sort of grows and you have that sort of bond. Even online but we're still the same. So I want people to understand that macam no matter how, level up you are ke semua tu kan, you still need to macam be that kind of person where you're human and they're also human. They also have their own feelings as well. So you just need to be, bak kata, I need to be yourself like ini. So, yeah.
Is it difficult though to like manage, for you, like are all your relationships with other people just friends? Ke macam do you still have that macam barrier juga lah, like if there's someone else that comes up to you and talks to you kan, is it like, do you have this public figure kind of we call it a PR
PR stunt.
do you have a PR self, or do you have like you're usually yourself?
Yeah, I know that.
Mostly I myself. I
don't think so you ada that.
I know, I don't. I really don't. I also try to macam figure out that one. So.
Macam uncle, my late father is a Tan Sri. Dalam Malaysia ni cuma ada 525 saja yang berpangkat Tan Sri. So bila seorang mati baru boleh seorang lagi naik. So he's there in that level. I have never felt I am supposed to be in that area. So I don't want my children also to feel that inferiority of mixing with people yang latar belakang yang berbeza, orang cleaner ke apa.
Well, like when they see Orchid Library, I'm also known as Dayana.
Yeah,
that's why there's like a little hint like Orchid Library tu pun nama Dayana Library. It's a specific type of orchid in Brazil, nama Lelia Dayana. So I'm like, okay, I'm very smart. So I'm like, okay, Orchid Library.
Yeah.
So I want people to see that macam I'm still myself like it.
Actually, this is off topic. I was talking to Haziq the other day. I was about your library. I was like, Jack, you remind me of a Disney character.
Who? Is it Belle?
No.
Okay, that's too cliche.
Princess and the Frog.
Oh, shut the front door, Tiana.
Yeah.
I love Tiana. Oh my god.
Oh, her name is Tiana. Wait, I thought it's Diana.
No, Tiana. Diana lain. Okay.
Okay.
No, we
But
can see the fake fan here.
Like it's Tiana lah, because like the fact that you
Okay, Dayana.
yeah. But just minus the frog part lah.
Oh no, there's no frog. Oh, you're a frog. You're wearing green.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah, but it just reminds me of that movie because like how she started off, kumpul duit. And she wanted to build her own restaurant. So macam Orchid Library is like Tiana's cafe. Restaurant lah.
You know what's funny? I actually sort of relate to Tiana since I was a kid.
Really?
I really love that movie compared to anything else. That's why when people say you remind me of Belle from Beauty and the Beast, I'm like,
You got it right now.
yeah. He knew. This is the connection. Yeah.
We're vibing here.
We're vibing.
Yeah.
Jom lepak. So.
Okay, before we move on to the next question, just one thing that like me and Haziq agreed. Whenever when a guest say Jom Lepak correctly, we're like, yes.
Yeah.
Did I say it correctly?
Yes,
No,
because
some people are like, apa tu?
Jom Lepak.
Lepak. Korang pergi podcast.
No
So, like,
way. It's
whenever
such an
we have-
easy thing to say. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think we're hanging out with too much old people.
Tak tahu lah.
Tak tahu lah. Okay. Tapi macam just want to go to you, Uncle Nasir. Okay, so macam since your daughter is also somewhat famous in her own community, kan? Do you ever get scared that fame will get into her, like one day?
It is something yang I think uncle dengan auntie dah got ourselves prepared. Kita just plan apa benda yang terbaik untuk dia. Yang susun selepasnya, whether it is negative or what, is something that everybody has to go through. So as parents, macam mula-mula dia nak naik the first 11 months masa dia buat TikTok tu, she was crying almost 2-3 days menangis already because there were a lot of haters in there yang cakap macam tu, cakap macam ni, cakap kakak, haters akan naikkan review you. Just love them. It's okay. Unconditional love. You tak boleh expect everybody nak suka you, and you cannot please everybody. But in the end of the day, just be yourself.
Yeah, it was hard for me because I was a people pleaser.
19 years old, kena bash dalam ni, and then kalau kena yang kita orang baca yang bawa komen-komen tu, kalau kita respon, kita bodoh macam dia juga.
It was not just that though. Even macam tadi it was my mistake because I put my email dekat sajalah jadi macam influencer kan. That email, then I got like email punya hits. They were spamming. I don't know if it was the same person lah. But as a 19-year-old going through that, it's kind of like macam cyber bullying jugalah kiranya. So it was
So
so fierce.
we were as parents, tak adalah kata kita prepare, tak tahu because we don't know what's going to happen. But in a way, kami pure, clear, jelas, crystal clear that she's going to be on that platform. So kami terima je lah, nak buat macam mana. Nak kata apa lagi, we can always usaha the best. The end result is Allah tentukan. Then when the result keluar pun, if it is negative, kemudaratan ataupun semua kebaikan pun milik dia. So how do we overcome and react? Jangan melatah jadi emotional tak kata hala tu. We will try to avoid that, insyaAllah.
Tapi one thing that I realised about young people yang jadi famous ni, dia macam it can easily be liked and it can easily be hate.
Oh yes,
Kan?
very.
So, sebab macam people will praise you all the way. Bila, oh ni hebat lah ni. Lepas tu you buat one wrong mistake,
Yeah.
semua dah tu.
I would agree to that. It's just like it's just like in the military, you buat kerja bagus gila-gila. Oh macam, oh well done Nasir, Lieutenant Nasir, well done. Oh main hoki untuk Malaysia. Oh, kau patah kaki tak boleh main hoki. And it's like shit, done.
Yeah.
Kan? So I mean community kita is like that. I think somehow or other upbringing kita daripada zaman uncle dulu sampai sekarang, that has not changed that much. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe it would change for the better, which I hope it will. But it comes from this group of positive people like you guys, ada podcast, spread this good information, and this information akan sama or other, ada orang akan berfikir di sebalik itu.
And everybody has their own intentions.
Yeah.
So we cannot really control that sort of like, because sometimes no matter how hard you try to please people, there's a contohlah orang ni macam betul-betul support you, tapi if you effed up, oh I was about to say the bad word. If you messed up one thing,
Yeah.
it's like they were waiting for something bad to happen, so they are able to hate on you. Oh, I knew
Orang
she was
akan
a bad
tak ramai
person.
orang embrace the pain.
Yeah.
Dia akan lagi mengata lagi kan kat belakang tu.
And
It's
the
like,
mindset that I was put up with my parents, so they're like macam ni je, mungkin diorang tak cukup kasih sayang daripada keluarga diorang ke or
Yeah.
something like that. So either way, just love them as a human being. Like whatever they feel, you cannot control it. So I'm better now at handling that lah kiranya. I don't want to react by emosi as much. I'm still emotional, but I don't want to react too much on it.
You're 23 this year. So imagine 4 years ago tu, Oh, you always like kadang-kadang as a father nak cakap nak letak placement word dengan anak perempuan ni not easy walaupun karakter lebih kurang sama. She has that gila macam I, but she has that dia punya emotional tu macam mak dia kadang-kadang. So
Fragile.
yeah, it's not easy to express and then macam mana nak cakap but I have to try and then dia kena olahkan diri sendiri because through time maturity and so on.
Yeah. And I don't even recognize myself from like 4 years ago, honestly. Yeah, even 4 years, like when you're young, you don't even remember exactly what you did, like the wrongs and the goods, right? So it was that kind of thing. So you're just focusing on the present, and that's it. Yeah.
So actually development to that character, kan?
So like in some way, this fame and this cafe and somewhat matured you as a person.
Indeed it did.
And this podcast, when you show me, I think I'm matured a lot. Me?
Yeah, matured a lot. Honestly, man, one thing that I'm proud of Haziq, right, is how you handled your first tournament. Handling behind the scenes for your first fencing tournament.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I was so proud of him.
Yeah, I was the
Yeah.
director of fencing.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my coach now.
Yeah.
So
That wasn't supposed to be public.
oh, I mean, we'll see. Tapi but the reason why I was really proud of him because like macam dulu Haziq ni dia macam he was very playful, very happy-go-lucky, energetic. So macam whenever you think of Haziq being serious, but like boleh je. But when he did and bila dia kata feedback dia bagus semua, and I was like, wow, Haziq, you did well. Yeah. So till this day,
He's blushing. He's blushing.
Why?
yeah, you're blushing.
No way.
Kembang siap ni.
Okay.
I am seen. Why are you on camera? Aku puji kau.
No, that's why he was like this, like focusing on you. And I focused was like a bit smiling from here. Yeah.
Janggut gerak macam ni. Like that.
Okay. Anyway, as you were proud of him.
So I was really proud of him that he was able to do, and he was very serious about it. So, and then a friend asked me, what about Anthony? Are you sure you want Haziq to be a co-founder? And I always back him up because I know that he has a co-founder mentality.
The co-founder and the
Yeah.
leadership.
Let's do that.
Huh? Ada lah.
Oh.
Ada rahsia. Okay.
Ada.
Rahsia.
PM to be.
Tiada dusta antara kita.
Yeah.
But I feel like this episode itself has given a lot of flair of flavors. Yeah, from Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh, okay.
Flavors. Certain flavors, but I'm not telling you what was the context behind it. You guys have to watch it lah.
Oh.
Dah release a movie ke?
Dah.
Okay, we should go.
Yeah. We should.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna spoil lah. I feel like macam
Mana boleh. Kita
You're
As
ready
long
for
as
the
it is
winner.
not air mata di ujung sejadah lah. Okay.
Have you seen that one?
I heard about it.
Asian punya ni, you should. You're
You
gonna
should.
cry.
I cried.
Yeah.
I was so emotional of that movie. Bloody hell.
A bit of the plot. Sikit je.
Cerita
Because
sikit.
I think I heard it. I was driving this morning and then my friends told me.
Basically,
That movie you takkan expect is going to end like that or even start or even the cara storyline dia memang unexpected.
Unexpected. Like you imagine, like okay, this woman she's falling in love with her husband. Tapi she was brought up and raised with the family yang macam kaya and mentality macam like kau ni kan memang kau kena jadi macam tu lah kan. So one day when she got pregnant, yada, lepas tu husband dia something happened, yada. And then when she was trying to give birth, the mother perempuan tu, mak dia kan, mak perempuan tu ambil anak tu bagi kat orang lain. So she thought that her baby died. And then something from there mulalah.
Yeah, you should. Very nice. Very well.
very,
well
very
scripted. Very straightforward and very emotional.
Dia memang betul-betul macam kata pasal kena bersabar. Lepas tu ini semua Allah yang tentukan.
Ya.
It's just
Dan Netflix ada. Betul.
Netflix, ya.
Netflix ya.
Don't know.
Ya. Mana ni korang dua orang dalam bilik
dia orang bilik.
pakai goggle.
Nanti dia nangis dulu. I'm not crying first. Just crying first.
I feel like you would cry first though.
Actually, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong. No, because at a young age, whenever I was watching movies, like when the ending happened, I was always crying. Oh, is this it?
Actually, actually is for a man to cry. I think it's very gentleman.
Cry more. Yeah.
Bukanlah menangis dan berteruk, because I saw macam my friends kata, "Say, kau kena tengok cerita ni, say. Aku 7 kali tengok, 7 kali menangis." Cerita apa? Coach otak ni. First time I actually watch Hindustan movie dekat dalam panggung wayang. Mula-mula dalam 10 minit tu I was like,
Ceklah-kelakar semua tu kan.
lepas tu diam je kan. Keluar-keluar, everybody kita pergi lelaki jantan-jantan tu basah baju ni. Emotional. Betul lah. But we learn to cry actually.
I feel like expressing emotions is important lah.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing.
I mean, you need to engage with your crowd.
Yeah.
You mean maybe your podcast session will have like a person yang akan share dia punya journey and story in the crowd, and then you'll be like break down into tears. That will engage your crowd even higher. Yeah.
There's a top 100 tips lah.
Pandai Ustazah.
Okay kak, korang kena continue watching lah. Nanti satu episode tu
Nanti.
Dia akan nangis.
I'm not sure when I'm gonna cry, but I'm pretty sure if I find a good story, I'll cry.
Yeah.
Let me know
Why
when you
not?
cry then.
Apa?
Do let me know
Oh
when you
yeah,
cry.
I'll text her.
Dah tengok.
Tata pukul 1 detail balik. Okay, tapi I think we're gonna like end the segment.
Yeah. It was good. It was great.
Yeah, it was a good segment. But before we end, wanna like tanya korang like from a parent's perspective and also you yourself. Tapi kita tanya pada Uncle Nasir dulu. So, what advice would you say to the parents out there who want to, for their sons, for their daughters, to start their own business, to do what they want to do? How would you advise them?
It's a kebat soalan.
So as parents, I would say let our children ni decide apa dia orang nak. Because kita jangan dominant in terms of deciding on behalf of them. Dia nak ambil accountancy, kita kata kau kena jadi lawyer pasal macam ni. Sedangkan the reality that lepas dia orang graduate tu, they akan face the real life is dia orang. We are not going to be in their shoes. That's my point of view as parents. If they ever decide to buat sesuatu pun, always try to explore, expose, experiencekan dia orang dengan huge desire, big dreams to manfaatkan masyarakat related to Quran dengan Sunnah. That's all. I think that's the only thing yang I nampak for my side as parents. Yeah.
Kalau Dayana, like for all those younger book enthusiasts, those cafe lovers, those business startups, what are you going to say to them?
What was the question?
Your advice basically. Your advice.
Honestly,
What would you like to say?
Yeah.
What should they know? What should they remember?
honestly, from how I learned from my parents, especially my dad, is just to be yourself. I don't want you guys to think macam being yourself is something where you just have to like force yourself to become who you are able to ni kan, betul tak? And to me, that was one of the biggest lessons I was grown up to by my dad telling me that. And I want you guys to be yourself and use that whatever potential you guys are doing in terms of macam whatever your hobbies, in terms of maybe reading or tak kisahlah, maybe podcast ke, or even doing other businesses semua tu, that could be your opportunity in this life juga. So we honestly do not know what is Allah's plan for you, but if there's an opportunity for you guys out there in terms of you punya own likings, why not? If you have a backup in terms of your studies, do so. Continue to baca, tak kisahlah apa you guys nak buat. But if you have that one opportunity to, find it. So you're able to balance that out, and in terms of macam, if this is successful, go for it. So that's my advice for you guys lah. Yeah.
I think that's a nice wrap up. And we have another advice for you guys too. Watch our podcast.
So you can listen to more of it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So kita dah penghujung podcast kita. Dan terima kasih sangat-sangat pada Uncle Nasir dengan Dayana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I love this.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we
It was very nerve-wracking at first, but then as slowly the segment goes so much, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Literally, definitely jom lepak lah kira. So
very, very useful podcast.
yes, I love that word, jom lepak.
Jom Lepak. So you guys can follow Jom Lepak on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and where else? Spotify. Yeah.
Spotify kalau YouTube ni nak tengok muka macam mana Haikal, muka Dayana and Uncle Nasir, tu boleh lah pakai YouTube. Tapi kalau macam tengah drive kan, boleh lah buat kat Spotify.
Kita tengah drive, dia tengah memasak ke, kemas ke,
Suara pun tersedap lah.
ataupun Dayana you just put to the cafe ke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Free marketing,
For real.
Yeah. So dengar lah wherever you are, and you can follow Dayana dekat mana?
Orchid Library on Instagram and TikTok, and my dad pula haslina.nasir, Instagram and TikTok as well.
thank you so much for the inspiring episode. A very fun daughter-father duo.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah, it was great. I love the other duo. Yeah.
No puns today.
No puns today. But you know what? Should we end a pun today?
Sure. Okay.
What? You guys watch Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is very dark.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Okay, so what?
Why are you ending here with a dark joke?
I mean, I guess they understand code.
Marvel, eh?
Yeah, Marvel. Okay.
I'll try my best to understand.
Okay, so what's the difference between Black Panther and Batman?
Black Panther is a cat.
Okay.
What?
Black
Black Panther it's not a cat.
Panther.
Panther, rimau lah. Apa yang-
Species, kucing. Okay.
Black Panther and Batman.
Yeah.
Batman.
The difference or the same?
The difference. Tak tahu.
Bat. No. Hold on a minute. Bat, the animal, and then the cat.
No, dia tak lagi sangat. Dia kena dark.
Dia kena dark sikit.
So dark. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why are you feeling this?
Batman, Batcat. I don't
No.
know.
Berak dia tai hitam. And that one is the same.
No, it's not.
The difference is... But...
Do you guys give up?
Yeah, give up.
Okay, I give up lah. Kesian lah orang tua.
Batman Returns.
What the...
You know what? At this point, I
I think
feel
I'm too old for that.
I feel dumb.
Okay. Yeah, I feel so stupid.
Okay, fine. We can leave with another light-hearted one. Okay.
Okay.
Here's another one.
Marvel again?
No.
Okay.
It's a very. Actually, it's a very good joke.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
What do you call an old dad joke?
Oh.
What do you call an old dad joke? This is for you.
Oh, please. Mine is all dirty jokes. I give up.
Granddad joke.
You get it? I
Oh
think
my
you guys...
god, this is triggering for you, Bob. It's okay.
My father does not even joke. I'm scared of him until people... Yeah.
It was actually scary.
Yeah.
We'll end the episode here. Thank you, and we'll see for more puns in our latest episode.
Bye.
See you then.
See you.